The armies of the Caliphate left much behind in Syria. Detention camps full of their wives, their children, entire families. Dozens of countries are now asking the same question. Can they welcome back orphans and daughters and mothers who belonged to the enemy of the world? From the camps and prisons of Syria, we traced the journey of one family who answered the Islamic State group's call, through the back streets of Turkey, all the way home to Asia. In this Istanbul neighbourhood, the group tightened its grip on two Indonesian followers. Husband and wife suicide bombers, Ruli Zeka and Ulfa, hid out here for months after they failed to get into Syria. But that setback didn't stop these two fanatics. They'd failed to achieve martyrdom in Syria, so instead they would try closer to home. Their journey was long, slow and determined. The IS safe house in Istanbul was raided and Ruli and Ulfa were deported back to Indonesia from Turkey. Then they made their way to Malaysia, where they reconnected with IS and continued their journey to the Philippines, where they would do the Islamic State group's bidding on the tiny island of Sulu in Mindanao. Their time in the Turkish safe house only hardened their commitment to IS. While other countries dither, here in Indonesia, they're already running a de-radicalisation programme. Tiny minds were a big part of the Islamic State's plans. But theirs was a childhood without song, without playtime. Here at the Handayani Rehabilitation Centre, the children of jihadists are given love and attention and allowed to have fun. They're learning to be kids again. Some of the children here have just returned from Turkey. Their radicalised parents are being treated here, but we weren't allowed to meet them. Shri Musfia, a counsellor at the camp, met the couple. Did you realise how dangerous they were?
Cukup kaget kami ada informasi seperti itu, kami di WA bahwa beliau berdua itu melakukan bom bunuh diri kembali. Jadi tidak menyangka karena di sini sudah cukup baik, cukup kooperatif, bahkan dari yang lain dia yang paling.
Can you guarantee that, given there are hundreds of Indonesians trapped in Syria who support IS, that if they come back they won't be a danger, they won't commit more atrocities, they won't commit acts of terror?
Kami tidak bisa menjamin.
We went to uncover more of Ruli and Ulfa's story. Sofian Sari is a former extremist who knew the couple and met them at the rehabilitation centre. He's against bringing more Indonesian IS supporters home.
Menurut saya itu beresiko dan harus dipikir ulang, dan saya termasuk yang tidak setuju kalau mereka masuk ke Indonesia karena akan menjadi problem dan akan menjadi masalah. Karena mereka juga termasuk orang-orang yang nggak bisa dipercaya.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. The so-called caliphate is gone. Where do all these IS supporters who've made all these incredible links, where do they go next? Do they come here to Asia?
Ya, ada beberapa tempat favorit bagi kalangan jihadis setelah kematian al-Baghdadi. Itu pertama adalah memang Filipina untuk kawasan Asia Tenggara. Yang kedua, mereka juga mulai membuka front dan membuka jalur untuk ke Afghanistan atau disebut dengan Khorasan. Dan itu seperti ada pembiaran.
The wild and ungoverned jungles of Mindanao in the southern Philippines were where Ruli and Ulfa headed next. Here they would become martyrs and mass murderers. Hundreds of Asian fighters crossed 2 oceans to join the Islamic State group in the Middle East. Worry now is that since the caliphate is lying in ruin, that flow is reversed. Just look at the territory down here. There are miles upon miles of open sea, hundreds of islands, difficult to protect, and it's easy to move among them, easy to move among countries. Our next report is from here, the Philippines, where the Islamic State group is claiming new recruits and new attacks.